Hello, it is I, Commander Crumpet, and I am here doing a review on behalf of finalbossfight.co.uk, for Spy Chameleon RGB Agent. I think I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. Oh. I'm afraid the music will have to go off for the time being because I don't know if you can hear me over it. As you can, first of all, I will say about this game, it's got snazzy music. So, hi guys. This is a stealth puzzler game by a company called Unfinished Pixel, which, if I'm correct, judging from the company's website, this is their first game. So, good on them. So, I played a little bit of this game, and from what I've played of it, I think it's a pretty solid, pretty decent game, really. So, from the stuff I know of the game, the game has 75 levels. From what I can tell, judging by all this, is there are about 15 levels on each, or 15 levels on each mission. So I can't math. So so it's a certain number. Or after this, it will be 30. I really can't math. It may be another mission or two after that. But either way, 75 missions, nothing to sneeze at. And each mission has 3 challenges in it. The first being collect all the flies, which is denoted by the little fly symbol at the bottom there, saying that I've collected all the flies in all these levels, apart from that one. Then there is a beat the level in a certain time challenge, which I've not done on any of the levels, as you can see. Then, once you've beaten the level once, it will, on pretty much all the levels, if I'm correct, it will unlock ladybirds, which the ladybirds are placed in precarious places in the level, so that you have to really go out of your way to get them. It's perfectly possible to get them, but they're in very dangerous places. So, yeah, so there's plenty of replayability in it, and also, as you can see down the bottom there, there is a speedrun mode, so that you have to beat it in a set time, which, pretty good. So there's a lot of replayability here, as you may have already seen in the bottom there. There is also achievements in this game as well, so there's, get to this level, get to that level, complete that level, collect this many flies, that many ladybirds, do this, do that, do the other. And there's apparently fish in this, because you have to disturb the same fish 25 times. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you the game. So, first level's the first few levels are going to be obviously tutorial. So it's stick to move. How's about that? So it's all about, now I'm getting the flies on this level just to show you, because obviously they're all over the place. And then the ladybird is hidden in the corner there. Like I said, that ladybird only appears once you've beaten the level once. So if you're not beating the level, you can't get the ladybug. So yeah. Sorry. So I completely forgot what I was going to say. So yeah, there's like I said, as it's pretty obvious, all the first few levels are all going to be tutorial. And as you can see there, that one was right next to the robot. And this is obviously also introducing you to the main enemies of the game, which are these little robot dudes. They come in multiple varieties. For example, there's the stationary ones that have a line of sight. There's the ones that you saw on the first level that move back and forth but have no line of sight, which the entire point is if you bump into them, they spot you. And then there are ones that move around with line of sight. So they're the kind of the douches of the entire thing. And this is, like I said, the past few levels just been showing the basic movement. Now we get on to the actual big bread and butter thing of the game, which something I completely forgot to mention first of all is you have to play this game on a controller. You have to use a Microsoft controller in order to play it, which is kind of obvious judging from this thing written on the floor, and the fact there's a massive red splodge on there, and the fact that you can't possibly get through these the line of sight of these robots. And that is, if you press B on the controller, you change red. You change red? That makes no sense. You turn red. You press X, you turn blue. You press Y, you turn yellow. You press A, you turn green. So basically throughout each of the levels there are carpets and other colourful things that you have to change colour in order to get by. So, as I said, I'm now red. I can now walk in these line of sights, and there's no one can stop me. But yeah, that's the basics of it. And so each level will have varying carpets, and you'll have to change between these colours, like that, in order to get through. And by all means, these levels are, these first few levels, they're really easy. But they don't remain that way. Ooh, oh, that was close. I think after this level, I am no longer going to be bothering with the flies or anything. So, with this, at the moment I can't really show it, but with this game I do like it. Or it's one of these games that, in terms of the puzzles and everything, it's one of these puzzle games that you love to hate, because, well, in truth, I love this game, I really do, but there's a certain aspect of it that you love to hate in the fact that, how did I beat? Oh, 22 seconds. I beat the time. Ding! My first one. But it's one of these games that you love to hate in the fact that with these puzzles, every single one of them you can get through perfectly fine without being spotted. Every single one you can get through without being spotted at all. If you get spotted or get caught or whatever, it's your own damn fault. You have no one to blame other than yourself in these puzzles. Like, for example, here, you may think, oh my god, they're moving really fast. But there's a perfect way of getting around all of them. There's a perfect way of getting around. So you hide there, you dash around here, you go there, you wait for these to converge, you wait for them to go back, you turn blue, you go there, you run out here, you do that, you hide here, you go down here, you go running along here, you hide in here, you go around there, you go up here, and you get there just in time. So yeah, it's all, with every single level, it is perfectly possible to not get spotted. Especially after you've played it a few times, you can see, the more you look at it, the more you look at everything, you can see the patterns. You can see the exact point. He turns, they turn. He turns, they turn. He turns, they. It's all, the patterns are all there. You just have to see them. How that would work, how these all works in a speedrun sense, I have no idea. But I'm not planning to speedrun this, because when it comes to stealth games, I am the more patient person. I will sit and I will contemplate exactly where I should go and all that. It's when you squeeze around here. Oh! And so yeah, I'm more of a patient person, because I don't mind this has gone. The timer's up there has gone to like 53 seconds. I don't mind at all, because I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to my friends. But it's the fact that I don't mind taking a bit of time if it means that I can get through without being spotted. I prefer not to be spotted. Not that there's much of a penalty. It's just if you get spotted, you have to either go back to the beginning or back to the nearest checkpoint. Sorry, ow. Sorry, I had something stuck on my foot that was hurting me. None of you needed to know that, but I thought I'd tell you, because we're friends. So yeah. And with this as well, it's got the whole spy thing down, in my opinion. There's a reason that you are a spy. The missions are there to, clarify it, but the whole spy feel of the puzzles in this is really good, and the fact that the amount of times that you're kind of quickly dashing through just before a line of sight touches you, or just before a camera spots you, or whatever, it's really quite nice and tight. like a toiga. But so yeah, it's got the whole Spy feeling with all the levels, and I like the little character as well. He look at him with his little turtleneck on and his little mask. Right, and that's another good thing about the game is from my experience with it, like I said, I've only gotten to a few levels into the second mission, but they're constantly throwing new things at you. So, like for example, now we've got security cameras. You think, oh, but they've got no line of sight. That makes no sense. That's not the kind of cameras we're used to. With these, they have to lock onto you. So, as I don't really need to explain this, but I'm going to. The closer the outer circle gets to the inner circle, once the outer circle gets to the inner circle, you've been spotted. Oh, hell, I'll show you. Oh no! So yeah, you just got to make sure that once again, everything functions in the same way, in the fact that there's nothing, at least nothing that I've come across yet, that, you know, isn't confused by the whole colour change aspect. So I'm pretty sure that, because obviously that's the big thing of the game, is that you change colours at certain points. So in a way, it's kind of got a weird kind of almost rhythm game aspect to it. Because if you wanted to speedrun it, you'd have to get the colours, you know, the colour buttons in the exact right order at the exact right time, which would be pretty awesome. And I've been caught. So right, and like I say, it's just constant new things. Like now we got paint cans, so you just go plop, and now there's a big splodge of green there that you can now stand in. How these robots aren't seeing a large chameleon standing in this splodge of paint, I don't know. And then like, and once I'm sorry, I'm kind of veering between conversations at the same, between tangents in like rocket seconds. What? But this once again accentuates the whole spy aspect of it, which what I'm going to do in a minute. There's no way of getting past this guy unless you go right up behind him and sneak around. So you've got to do the whole. You've got to think stealthily in order to play the game properly. And it's just really good in my opinion. It's really well built. All the puzzles are built in such a way that there's no real way of cheating on them. Like for example, there's those, you know, all the robots that are like stationary are always either right next to the wall or close enough to the wall that you can't possibly get round them. Because if you touch any of these stationary robots, you're caught. But there's one of them in particular, I think it's on the 15th level, that you think you might be able to get through them, but you can't. You really can't. So, quickly. So, yeah, it's very, there's not really much I can really say about it. It's a very solid game. I like the art style to it. I like the music. It's just unfortunately I can't show you the music, which I have to admit I kind of know full well that I can't record with it because it's just that bit too loud. I did a couple of test recordings and I could, you know, and I wanted to have the music on because the music is really good and suits the game very well. It's just the fact that it's a bit too loud. The lowest setting is too high to be able to record with on mine. But yeah, I could go for the ladybug. I think I'm gonna go for the ladybug. Quickly! I didn't get all the ladybugs. Well, that was a pointless exercise. So, and then I think this is level 14. So, I like the art style. The art style is very nice. It's a kind of quirky, cartoony atmosphere it's got going on, and I like quirky, cartoony. So, yeah. There's a lot of this whole, like I said, when you're playing this game, you do constantly go a lot because you're thinking, you know, you're racing the little lines of the cone of sight. So, and like with a lot of the collectibles in this game, it's a lot of risk versus reward. So I could go down there and get those flies, but my exit's over there. So I don't need to go that way at all. I don't need to go that way. But if I want all the flies, I have to. Like I said, I'm not going to get all the flies this time round, so it don't matter to me, so run! And now we're on the 15th level, which is where I want to show you how you can't cheat on this game. At least, not to my knowledge. You see those two there? Those two right next to each other. You think, oh yeah, that gap I can get through there. You can't. You really can't. Every single robot has been done in such a... Every single enemy and every single block and every single piece of furniture and everything has been done in such a great way so that you can't just sneak around. You can't, go around the back of this robot here. You've got to go and do the actual puzzle. That's the point. None of this cheating malarkey, mister. And so, believe me, the last time I did this level, I got caught on that first red carpet about 15 times. So, I'm doing rather well this time around. So then it's run here, blue. And so once again, I could go down here and get the ladybird and those two flies, but my exit's up there. So I don't need to do it. So it's a case of dash up here. At least this is the way I am doing it. And so, like I said, it's a lot of timing in this game, which I like. I like timing. I like timing. Timing is my friend. And so that is it. That's that first mission complete. And then the entire point of this was I was supposed to photograph this actor lady with someone she's having an affair with, but it's a dog or something to the extent. And so yeah, we've completed it. Yay! And I'm going to show you some of the other these new, because like I said, it's not just you do these levels and that's it. That's the game from then on. They're adding more stuff all the time. Now you got keys. Now you got new stuff you got to contend with. So it's yum 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 yum. Then you got to get to a key, which means you can't get out of the room unless you grab the key. So you have to. So it's adding things that you have to go and do. It's actually adding an objective. And like I said, things just get harder from here on out. So, let's run in here, go there. Run up here, go there. Run after this one here. Run in here, grab the key, go to the ladybug. Run. Dash in here. Dash in there. I've done this level before, can you tell? This guy, open the door. Now with this one, it looked, when I first saw it looked more daunting than it is, because there's an actual perfect path. You can just here. As long as you hug the walls, you're fine. So yeah! And then, they've not used yellow carpets before, they're adding those now. And there's a lot more moving targets. Where in the first mission, it's primarily stationary. Nope, now you've got a lot of moving ones. So, I messed up that one. Whoops. Wait. Damn it! Like I said, that's the biggest thing with it. It's all my fault. Every single one of those mistakes is my fault. Here. Grab that one. I could go and get that. I could go and get that damn ladybug, but I'm not going to. So, and then it's wait for him to go down. Run, and then we're done. And then we get to level 19, and it's just ridiculous. So as you can see up there, oh yeah, there's a blue carpet up there. But you can't get through it. You have to go down and round. So there's quite a lot of good design choices in the levels, which I quite like. I like the art style. I like the fact there's plenty of replayability. Like I said, there's all the collectibles in all the levels, which you get achievements and stuff for doing. There's a whole speedrun game to it as well, which is all brilliant. And like I said, 75 levels is a lot of levels there. So I think this is worth getting. Also, if you're not completely sold already, if I didn't mention already, there's awesome music. Turn it down a little bit. But if you're not already sold on this, yeah, I'm controlling this fly. This is all me. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Round in circles, round in circles. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why this is here, but it's here, so I love it. Turn the music off again. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry I can't show you the music more, but it is a very snazzy, funky music. And I think it suits the game very well. So, all in all, I believe this is a very well done game, especially for a company who, like I said, this is me judging it solely from the website. I'm pretty sure I am correct in saying that this is their first game. It is a very good first game for a company who's, this is his first game. I'm professional, me, so I think it's a very good first step for them. I think it really is. It's well put together. The animation's good. The character design's good. The level design's good. The whole way that it's kind of not necessarily drip feeds new things, but it puts new things in good places so that you're always kept on your toes. And there's a decent amount of challenge in all of it, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, by all means, when they first introduce something, it's fairly easy. But then they pretty much straight away go, yep, here you go. Now you've done those 2 easy levels. You've now got to do more. So it's a very good way of doing it. And as I said, it's one of these games where, if you mess up, it's your own stinking fault. You can't blame the level design. You can't blame the programming or anything like that. It's all you. You've messed up. You deal with it. You start again, mister. So it's very good in my opinion. Very good. This is currently available on the website for the game, which I'll be putting in the description. I believe it's current. Well, okay, I say I believe. I know it's $5.99. Which is available on their website. For those of you in England land, $3 or $5.99 is roughly around about £3.50, something like that. So I think for that price tag, it's very much worth it. Even if it was £5.99, I recommend it personally. And also at the moment, it is on Steam Greenlight. So even if you go to their website and go and buy it on there, I would say go to Steam Greenlight and give it a thumbs up as well, because I think it's well worth getting. I mean, I know full well that I'm going to be recommending this to some of my friends who like puzzle games. I think it's a very worthy puzzle game. And yeah, I think it's very worth it. I think it's worth your while getting it, in my opinion. Because even then, it's just like, even if you just want to do like the odd level here and there, it perfectly allows you to do that. It's not as if you're kind of stuck having to do the entire 15 mission block at once. I mean, even then, as you can see there, as with some of those levels, it took me a good few minutes to get the exact right timing to be able to get there. But once again, if you're up for a challenge, you can speedrun it. You can do all kinds of wonderful things with it. And yeah, I think it's worth the time, personally. So yeah, go and give them a thumbs up on Steam Greenlight. Go and buy the game on their website. Go and buy it on Steam when it comes out on there as well, because every little helps, to quote a supermarket chain. So yeah, I'd go and get it if I were you. Go and get it. Go on. I'll wait. Go on. Okay, I won't wait because I'm very impatient. But yeah, I think it's worth getting. So that's been Spy Chameleon RGB Agent. Sorry. So yeah, go and support the developers and everything. So, and this once again has been a review on behalf of. This has been a review that will be going also onto finalbossfight.co.uk, which is a great little website that's recently been relaunched. So it's all shiny and new. So you should all go on there and have a look as well. But yeah, that is all. That's me dusting off my hands. So, I am leaving it there, and I have been Commander Crumpet, and I am signing off. Toodles!